Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. I'm back to Canadian winter. Just came back from India and guess where I am? I'm in the middle of nowhere in Canada. I'm actually in a Fish Creek Provincial Park and I decided to make a video for you on how to survive a Canadian winter because you know what? I literally just got back to India, but you forget how terrible winter is when you're away there, and when you're watching movies, if you have never experienced winter, and I know some of you haven't, and I watched some Bollywood movies too, especially if you're from India, they're dancing naked in the snow and it's so beautiful and it's so nice. Well, that's a fake snow and it's on a TV screen. It's not like that. It's like sticking your head into a freeze in reality, and you have to be prepared. One thing I have to say, guys, if you really want to survive Canadian winter, is get yourself an SUV or something that has all-wheel drive. Get some winter tires. That's my first tip, guys. Get some winter tires, and also get used to driving in winter because it's very dangerous. I mean dangerous, you can lose your life dangerous. So first of all, I want to say that winter is dangerous, and people who are unfamiliar coming from southern hemisphere or some warm countries is, you see guys, first of all, driving in winter can be very dangerous. You can crash, you can die, anything can happen. So stay safe on the roads, and also get winter tires. Make sure you are used to driving in winter. Like for example, here you see guys, here I was practicing how to park in winter. Guys, I know how to drive in winter, but I was practicing how to go reverse park and circle front park, and I was practicing. And you see a lot of rails there. A lot of people come out here to practice how to drive in winter, because in winter things are different. The braking of the car, the distance for it to slow, it's longer. It takes longer for the car to stop. It can get stuck because snow is just like sand, like on beach sand, let's say. So you can easily get stuck. There can be ice under the snow. So you have to know how your specific car handles in winter. When I come back from India, I drove for many years. Like I would say, how many years did I drive in winter now? Well, since I was 18, legally, I was driving in winter, and now I'm like, almost 34 now? Almost. My God, I'm getting old. Anyways, in short, what I'm trying to say is a lot of years I drove in winter, every single year, and I want to say that once the snow comes out, like even right now, I'm back from India, I had to get out in the car while this is terrible snow outside and go for a drive just to feel how the car feels, how it drives, because if I'm not prepared and the snow starts coming out, and I might not be able to stop the car. And I might crash into someone. So you have to be very careful, and it saved me at least a couple of times. Once in 5 years, I would say I lose control of the car in winter and it just goes into a snow bank or something like that. So far I haven't crashed the car. So far I'm still here, but that's the danger. Second danger of the winter that nobody's talking about is, guys, getting the frostbite. Like you hear the wind right now. What frostbite is when part of your body, usually, ears, like ear tips, fingers and toes, like on your feet. Guys, I want to show you, I'll show you some gear for the winter as well in a moment. So those parts, they can freeze and you might have to amputate them. So winter is not a joke. You can lose your body parts, and if you go through hypothermia, you could die. So make sure when you're coming to Canada, you have some winter clothes. Just a simple puffer jacket like this one. To show you guys, I'm dressed up in layers. See, I have this thing inside, and I'm not naked under it. I have another one. So I have 3 layers of clothes on me right now. And then my personal hair growing on my body to protect me from this kind of crazy weather. So dress up in layers. In terms of clothes, it's very important to have winter boots and mittens. Talking about frostbite, I might just get one soon. Usually the fingertips would freeze and then they would turn black and then they just fall off. I'm just joking. You go to a hospital after that. Don't. I never seen a frostbite on myself. Never want to see one, and I do not want any one of you guys to see them. So I want to talk more about winter gear. Right now it's not too cold, so I'm wearing only one layer of pants. You know, I'm not wearing any thermals under it, but I highly recommend getting that brand H&H, or if you are not that rich and you want to go on a budget, check Walmart. Walmart has some cheap brands as well. Some people don't recommend dressing up into cotton in winter because cotton, you know, you need to stay dry in order to stay warm. Guys, I still like cotton. It's just my skin sensitivity to polyester and other garbage materials is, I don't like, my skin doesn't like it. So like I still have cotton stuff. But if you are okay, I would recommend not wearing cotton in winter. And also, guys, look at my winter boots. I want to show you something. It's not just winter boots. You know, this is also, I have some spikes. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, let me remove it so you can see it better. This is very important to have it. I used to not have it. Even after, oh, give me a second, guys. Even after, my gimbal is suffering here because of the winter. You know, I used to not wear this, but this is another part of winter that people don't talk about. I have this ones, see metal spikes over here. This is just for a better grip because even your best shoes, they're not going to have metal spikes. And it's just for a better grip in winter when you're walking, especially on ice. So what happens, guys, besides being able to get injured, you know, on the road while you're driving your car, you know, besides all these dangers, also frostbite, hypothermia and other things. Guys, you still want to move to Canada? Now guys, I would move to Canada. Wow, over and over. Just dropped my entire setup here. I would move to Canada over and over again. Honestly, this is the best country in the world. You know, if you watch my other videos, not this one, but what's the importance of the spikes? Not only in winter you can fall on the road, okay? You not only can crash the car, not only, you know, you can get frostbite, hypothermia and other things, and you can get sick. You know, just getting sick if you're not dressed up properly, you know, your immune system goes down if you are feeling too cold, and you can get really easily sick and other things like that. I'm actually surprised how strong Canadian immune system is. I see people here walking around like half naked in the winter, like see, we're in summer jackets or even a hoodie in -20, and I'm like, these guys have some powerful immune system. You know, honestly, people say, Igor, do you not feel, I can also go in a hoodie, you know, I can also go in a hoodie outside for a short period of time before I die, but I'm going to get sick the next day if I do that. And how Canadians manage to pull it off is just mind-blowing for me without getting sick. Like, if I do something what they do, I'll have to call in sick if I have to go to work. Right now I'm self-employed, so there I cannot call in sick, I still have to work. But in short, these spikes are also necessary because you would see all this under this snow. Right now it's okay because I have spikes, but there is ice. The worst kind of ice is the black ice. Nothing racist here, guys. It's just that invisible ice. I don't know why they called it black ice. It's just invisible. Like you walk, you see freezing. You see there is no ice. All of a sudden you slip. Like you see guys walking over there. There is a lot of ice on that side. They're holding hands, blah blah blah. So if you have winter spikes like me on my shoes, there is also a chance that you might slip and fall in winter. So you have to have very good shoes. You know, those cheap shoes do not work well in winter. You might get injured, you might fall down, you can break an arm or a leg or something, or a hip. Like, so many injuries happen in winter. I'm just preparing you guys. Like, it's still very beautiful, but once you're prepared, none of the things would happen and you can truly enjoy winter. Because winter is actually amazing. You have all the winter sports like skiing, for example. You can go skiing. Canada is huge for that, especially if you are in Alberta, where I am. In Calgary, you can go into the mountains skiing. Also very dangerous sport, just heads up, but it's amazing. Now, you can go on a snowmobile, you know, those ATVs. You can go snowshoeing and things like that. and like you can just enjoy the winter. There's so many sport activities that you can have in winter, and in the summer, kayaking, camping, other things. You can do winter camping, but I would like, guys, I'm not into those kind of things where I don't where I'm not in a hotel and I'm not enjoying my life and I'm just trying to suffer. I'm not that kind of person. There are some people who are in Canada who really like having some kind of like extremely uncomfortable circumstances, and they enjoy that kind of camping. I'm not one of those people, so you're not going to find me winter camping in -20, things like that. In fact, it's going to be -20 tomorrow, and it's going to be for -20 for 5 days, and I'm planning to stay home all of those 5 days. Well, I'll have to go out and on a car. I'll just get a cup of coffee, get into a car that I'm going to have an automatic starter on. So let me, I have a remote for my car actually. So I can start my car from home like this, pressing this button, and it warms up and the heater turns on. Then 10 minutes down the road, I go inside the car. It's already hot like it is at home, and I drive wherever I want to go. So if you're prepared for Canadian winter, you're not going to experience any uncomfortable things like I have mentioned. The only trouble comes in if you're working outdoors, but then also buying the right kind of equipment, right kind of shoes, right kind of socks, right kind of thermal wear and winter outfit. And there is nothing bad about Canadian winter. You're not going to slip and fall. Your car has winter tires. You're going to be way safer on the road. Practice the winter driving, dress up properly, and have some coffee. That's my recommendations to survive Canadian winter, and you should be absolutely fine. Now, I'm in a park area. I don't think that Canada looks like this. I'm just what? Guys, I because of the coldness, I just forgot the name of this Fish Creek Provincial Park, which is like big park here in Calgary, Alberta. And I love the city, guys. Calgary is amazing. I love living here because people here are able to buy houses, and I'm into real estate. I'm a real estate agent with the XP in Calgary, Alberta. My contacts will be in the description of this video, and I helped a lot of people from Ontario and BC move here, and they really enjoy it here. You're making way more money here, better lifestyles, cheaper prices, and I think it's a better city to raise your family. So yeah, Nitu is pregnant again. We are getting a second kid. It's an announcement, and guys, you'll see in next video. And I'm going back to India. Bye for now. I'm joking. I'm back to Canada for good. See you soon.